Good day, human Latiosites. This is LatiosAzurill. Have you ever wondered why the supersized Pumpkaboo are so rare in the wild? In honor of Halloween, let's try to answer this question by exploring a theory. So without further ado, let's try to answer a simple, spooky question. Why are bigger Pumpkaboo rarer than smaller ones? Well, aside from Pumpkaboo and Gorgeist gaining more utility in battle from higher HP than higher speed, making it logical for Game Freak to make the more beneficial Pumpkaboo the rarer ones, the distribution of a typical random sample of real-life pumpkins tends to skew to the right. As such, the greater the weight, the fewer pumpkins there are that typically have that weight. Of course, this seems a little too easy, so let's take this a step further. Bigger Pumpkaboo and Gorgeists are often more useful in battle than their smaller counterparts, thanks to the extra bulk, given that these Pokemon are not particularly fast to begin with. Since the additional HP is more beneficial than additional speed, it's rational to believe the bigger Pumpkaboo are in higher demand than the smaller ones. Just like there is a higher demand for large pumpkins in real life, since people can get more use out of them than with smaller ones. There's a greater demand for bigger Pumpkaboo in the Pokemon world, since trainers can get more use out of them in battle than their smaller counterparts. Of course, supersized Pumpkaboo are not an artificially producible resource, so people who want them have to either catch in the supersized Pumpkaboo or breed them from one that is supersized. According to extremely basic economics, when demand is high and supply does not exceed the demand, the market will run out of the resource. Thus, there are very few supersized Pumpkaboo left in the wild. With the population of the supersized ones diminishing in the wild, more people have settled with the second best option for the sake of the increased HP, the large-sized ones, resulting in fewer of them in the wild as well. Since this mostly benefits the Pumpkaboo in battles conducted by trainers, the bigger size does not give them a necessary advantage in nature. In fact, in nature, the additional speed, albeit at the expense of HP, is probably more helpful for evading predators, resulting in natural selection gearing more toward a smaller size. Thus, the larger Pumpkaboo are less advantaged in nature, promoting a decrease in large Pumpkaboo in the wild, while the larger Pumpkaboo are also more coveted by trainers, resulting in more of them being taken from the wild by trainers, even further decreasing the prominence in the wild. This explains why the larger Pumpkaboo, especially the supersized ones, are rarer than the smaller ones in the wild. So, next time you go searching for the right supersized Pumpkaboo in Kalos, remember, you are part of the reason that they're so rare. Happy Halloween, everyone!